destroy my world!
Alright, what is going on, guys? Today we have another Bleach Mirrors High video today, and so today we're going to be looking at a tweet from Bleach Mirrors High France. Again, thank you so much for Bleach Mirrors High France. Please make sure to go and give this person a follow on Twitter. But he posted this post, it's actually quite informative. It says here that the game works like Dragon Ball Legends. We already knew that, right? With teams of 6 characters and 3v3 battles. There are a total of 10 types, okay? Red, green, blue, which works like the fire, plant, and water types in Pokemon, to put it simply. Purple, orange, yellow, cyan, which isn't super intuitive. I would have preferred yellow, strong against purple, and orange, strong against cyan, but developers apparently don't agree, okay? Gray, neutral with the gray type having the advantage over the neutral type, which is only assigned to PvE enemies for now, which is pretty much the same as Dragon Ball Legends, right? The neutral type seems effective against all other types while being more resistant to them. In any case, that's what the image suggests, and it's really, really strong. All right, so it seems here that our main protagonist is going to be a 4-star, which in this game, it is pretty much confirmed that there's going to be 3 stars and 4 stars, or yeah, 3 stars, 4 stars, and it's not necessarily like Dragon Ball Legends where you pretty much can evolve them beyond more than 4 stars. I'm pretty sure these characters are gonna have like their own like kind of like your traditional gacha where every character just has like their own passives unlocked whenever you get a dupe or something like that. But basically, whatever star these characters have, that's what they're going to have permanently. So as you can see in the image right here, the main protagonist is going to be a 4-star. A 4-star is essentially your premium unit. That's basically the rarity in which the character that you're going to be summoning for is going to be, right? On top of that, we have some of the only known 3-star characters as of right now are the original characters. So this girl right here, and then this girl right here, I forget their names already, and then that other dude that we're gonna take a look in a bit is also going to be a 3-star, and then everyone else is essentially a 4-star. So this is pretty interesting. And then here we have more graphics as well. So as you can see, Toshiro is green, Chad is blue, this girl is yellow, this dude is green, this girl red, right? And then Byakuya is cyan. So that's going to be really interesting. And also this is pretty much how the team is going to be formatted, right? So you have 6 players, and oh yeah, it seems like Chad and Byakuya are also going to be 3 stars. So I was wrong about that, actually. Forgive me. Chad and Byakuya, it seems like they're going to be 3 stars as well. But the original characters, besides the main protagonist, are going to be 3 stars as well. So just how much of a different stats they'll make, I mean, we're going to have to wait and see. But something tells me that the 4 stars are going to be much significantly powerful than that of 3 stars, right? It's just the natural way of gacha games. And so, I'm not too sure. I don't think that this game is going to have the team leader thing, that system that Dragon Ball Legends has, where so in the way that Dragon Ball Legends works, right here where Toshiro is at, he would be considered the team leader. Basically, whatever passive he has, no matter what, it's going to apply to everyone, even if normally it wouldn't, right? So let's say Toshiro buffs captains only, right? If you put him in a team leader slot, it doesn't matter. Like, the other characters doesn't have to be captains. Everyone will get that bonus stat. I don't know if it's gonna work like that. Hopefully it does, because that would actually be quite useful. But as of right now, it seems like this is pretty much how it's going to work, right? Similar to that of Legends. And then we have here another graphic as well. So this is going to be essentially the way, I mean, it's pretty much the same as that of Dragon Ball Legends, right? Like red beats green, green beats blue, blue beats red, right? The only other exception is right here, where we have normally yellow beats purple, right? Or sometimes in some games, like yellow and purple are kind of like effective against each other, right? Or but in this case, it's going to be kind of like 4 instead of 2. So purple is going to be orange, orange is going to be yellow, yellow is going to be cyan, and cyan is going to be purple. So this is going to be one hell of a thing to get used to, right? This is not, it's similar to Legends, but it's just more, right? And then of course we have the neutral section right here, which is what the main protagonist right here. Yeah, so the main protagonist has gray, right? So it says gray / neutral, with the gray typing having the advantage over the neutral type, right? So neutral type, wait, so which one? Because they're both pretty much gray, right? Gray having the advantage over the neutral type. So that would mean this one's gray, right? So the main protagonist is going to have gray, which is effective against neutral. Yeah, but that neutral is only going to be for PvE enemies. And then if you use the main protagonist in PvP, it's going to be essentially neutral for everyone, right? Like no one's going to be doing more or less damage, right? So it's basically essentially the same as that of Shallot. So this main protagonist is going to be Shallot of the game, except that in this case, the main protagonist is going to start out as a 4-star, which he better be, right? If he's going to be the main character, then I assume this character is going to be relatively strong. I just hope that because this game is going to be PvP focused and very much important, I'm hoping that the main protagonist will scale with the most, broken units in the game, like the meta, right? That's my only hope, because the game is going to be unfortunately pay to win. I'm going to make a separate video on that, but my only hope is that the main protagonist can keep up with the meta characters, right? That's going to be something that I genuinely hope this game ends up doing. And because, it's going to be difficult to be able to, a team that you form early on is not going to be as good later on with like new characters coming out, right? And new teams are forming and whatnot. It's just going to eventually fall off, especially now that the game is pretty much confirmed to have what essentially is boosting, like it's going to have boosted characters. So yeah. Anyways, we go down here and we have the card system. So it says here, the card system, we have Sword Sanjutsu Attack, which is the red one. We have Hakudo and Kido, which I think Hakudo is the green one. Oh, no, my bad. Those are this one. So Hakudo is hand-to-hand combat and physical combos. Sanjutsu is sword handling slashes, which is this one right here. And then Kido specializes in range combat and multiple incantations. So this is the logo for Kido. This is for Hakudo, and this is for Sanjutsu or sword. And then back here it says this is basically special attacks, chain attacks, and it says here, yeah. So these, like the Hakudo, Sanjutsu, and Kido, is going to determine what type of playstyle the character is going to be. Kind of like in Legends, it's either going to be a melee or a range attack or a defense and whatnot. It says here, Sword Sanjutsu Attack, Hakudo and Kido, that depend on your character's class. Class and types are two different things. Okay. Special attack gets your attention for Ichigo, for example. Chain attack that allows switching to other characters and continuing the combo, and skills that are equivalent of the green cards on Dragon Ball Legends. So down here you can see we have what says arts number 1. They both, like the red, blue, and green, say the same thing. And then you have your special arts card, which is the purple. And then you have your chain attack, which is the cyan. And then you have your skill, which is the yellow one. So that's going to be rather interesting. It says here, so chain attack that allows switching to another character and continuing the combo and skills that are equivalent to that of the green card. So yeah, it's going to be very much similar to that of Dragon Ball Legends. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some minor differences, right? Because the game, Dragon Ball Legends, it basically takes place in the sky, right? Like you have air battles and whatnot. And this is more grounded. This is more on the ground. This game is. So that's going to be somewhat interesting as well. I know that they just added grounded battles and Legends, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of lost track of that. So I don't even know how that works, to be honest. So here we have the 3 main classes, and these are the rarities, right? You have 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, 4-star. 4-star is the highest currently. We don't know exactly if this game is gonna have like LRs from like Dokkan Battle or Legends Limited, or ultras and whatnot. I pray to God they don't, but we all know they will eventually, right? Eventually there's going to be ultras and all that stuff. It's going to be really annoying. It's going to be really annoying because the rates are going to be much higher, or much lower, I mean, the rates to getting them, but that's a topic for a whole separate video. So let's go ahead, and this right here is rather interesting. It says here card art enhancement system. So here we have essentially the description of the HUD or the UI for the art, the combo attack. So here we have, this is the red card art. It says combo power arts. It's a physical trait. It says quick consecutive attacks. It's a D rank, which I'm assuming you'll be able to enhance it, right? It says mastery of offense. After 3 hits with this action, increases the critical rate and critical damage of this action by 3% for 10 counts. And then it says select action applied special effect. And then it says S plus rank, mastery of attribute amplification, increases damage of this arts by 8% when attacking with an attribute advantage. So there you go. There's that. And then it says here, end of the thread. I want to group together as much information as possible. That's less important and already shared by other accounts. So yeah, that's pretty much that. There was another thing I wanted to show you guys. So here is essentially some of the, this is made by Bleach Mirrors High France. So credit to this graphic goes to Bleach Mirrors High France. So this is a better, essentially, this is unofficial, but it's just a very much clearer picture of what to expect for a lot of these like new characters. So if we open this up and we see closely, we have Ichigo. These characters are going to be that of the rarity. What you see is actually going to be that specific type of rarity for each character. So for example, we have Ichigo is going to be a 4-star. All these characters are going to be 4 stars. He's going to be a red typing, and he's going to be a sword wielder, right? Grimmjow is going to be a 4-star. This is orange, right? Not yellow. I believe this is orange. And he's going to be a sword wielder. Renji, he's green, sword wielder. Byakuya is going to be a Keto type character, being a cyan typing. Rukia is going to be a blue typing with Keto. Bankai Rukia is going to be cyan with the sword. Uryu is going to be a purple with Keto, which, you know, we all know Uryu doesn't use Keto. Same with Orihime. She doesn't use Keto, but I'm pretty sure they're going to have their Keto class, but it just means that they're range attacks, right? Like that's all it means, that they're range attacks. And Orihime is going to be a cyan type. Chad is going to be a, what was it called? Hakudo, a physical melee brawler, right? And he's going to be a blue typing. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Again, credit goes to Bleach Mirrors High France for this graphic. And then we have another set of example here. We have Toshiro. Let me actually open up this image right now. Let's close this out. We have Toshiro, green type sword. We have Rangiku, a yellow type Keto user. Mayuri, we have orange sword type. Okay. And then we have honestly so this is really interesting because as you guys already see, right, like we already knew the main protagonist is going to be a 4-star gray type, right? Gray type. This is the only character in the game that has this attribute, and is going to be a sword type as well, a sword wielder. Bambietta is in here. Bambietta is so interesting that she's in here because she is straight up like, I mean, I know it takes place after the 1,000-Year Blood War, but I really do wonder what the story is going to entail, the fact that she's even in here, right? Because she's like, I kind of forget what even happens to her. I know she turns into a zombie or something like that, but like that's pretty much about it, right? Like she's like done for essentially. So yeah, she's a red typing sword wielder, same with Ichigo. And then down here we have the original characters, right? They're all 3 stars, which is kind of unfortunate because I don't know why. Why are they 3 stars? They should be 4 stars because they're original characters made by Kubo. If it was up to me, they'd be 4 stars because these characters are really special, right? These characters only exist in the game, and they're not gonna have any real significance besides just like maybe story, maybe certain types of missions. Maybe in the future they will get their own 4 stars, maybe with their Bankai's activated or their Shikai's activated, right? I'm pretty sure these characters will have a significant role in the story. Oops. I'm pretty sure these characters are going to have a significant role in the story where they're going to unleash their Shikai, they're going to unleash their Bankai, and then they might get 4-star variants, right? That's in my head what's kind of happening, right? And same thing can be said for the main protagonist. The main protagonist, I'm pretty sure right now, even though they are a 4-star gray typing, I highly doubt they have Shikai, Bankai, Awakening, right? All that sort of stuff like Shallot, right? Shallot, as the story progresses, we keep unlocking new transformations. I believe Shallot right now is in Super Saiyan God form, right? I don't think he achieved blue yet. I know he's in God form. And I know there's like a fusion between him and his brother. There's a lot with Shallot in Dragon Ball Legends. And I believe that this character will go through a similar transformation and progression, just as Shallot did, right? But it's all going to depend on the story. If you play the story and pay attention, you'll be able to know when new transformations for the main characters is going to come out, right? Because it's kind of the same with Dragon Ball Legends, right? If you pay attention to the story, you're going to know when Shallot's going to unlock Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan God, and all that good stuff. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for today's video. Thank you so much for Bleach, Mera's High France. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.